Even though stimulants such as methylphenidate, Ritalin or Adderall, as well as antidepressants and many more have been proven to be a very effective way to combat ADHD symptoms in the short term, they can have harmful or unwanted side effects such as a loss in appetite, sleep problems, social isolation, and my personal one, being generally more irritated in the long term. This leads many of us to the question of how we can combat our ADHD symptoms without medication.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
If this is you, I can already tell you that there are actually a number of ways this is possible. In fact, I have actually managed to get off medication almost completely. Keep watching to find out 5 ways anyone with ADHD can utilize to naturally medicate ADHD. Welcome to another Life Guide by Artem Hog's Dumb, presenting ADHD by ADHD. If you're new to my channel, why don't you consider subscribing? I self-diagnosed my ADHD at the age of 17 and went to a doctor to officially confirm it right after. In short, I ended up taking medication throughout my college years, which really helped me. But I've now been able to systematically get off it because I just don't like the psychological effect it had on me in the long term.
I'm the king of the world!
Even though it helped with focus, I was getting more irritated, had lows after my medication wore off, and also kind of socially isolated myself further and further. I also just didn't really like taking medication because it seemed so unnatural to me. I just didn't really feel myself whilst I was on it over many days in a row. So, over the last couple of years, I was able to find out 5 effective ways to naturally medicate my ADHD. And here they are. Number 1, exercise. So if you've been following this channel for some time, you will definitely already know about exercise because I talk about it a lot. Be it on my daily Instagram memes or in my ADHD morning routine video, it's safe to say that daily exercise has changed my life and might change yours too. This is because exercise takes care of our deficiency in so-called happy brain chemicals such as dopamine and serotonin, because it literally drives these up incredibly, increasing focus, attention, mood, impulsivity, and executive functioning. Almost all the things we need improved. Now, the best sort of exercise for this is aerobic, like running. If you're not that sporty, don't worry. Studies show that walking for 30 minutes 4 times a week will also do the trick.
You mean you eat other people's lunches? Stop it!
I personally work out 20 to 40 minutes in the morning. Is it hard? Sure. But I am more motivated and happy throughout my day, and I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every time you do it, it will get a little bit more natural and a little easier for you to do, slowly becoming a routine. Having done this for the last 6 months consistently, I cannot imagine my life without daily exercise at this point. Peter Shankman, a fellow ADHDer who has managed to become very successful by using ADHD to his advantage, has also talked about exercise in his book Faster Than Normal, saying that because of his natural deficiency, he actually experiences highs that are potentially unattainable for the normal person. I will leave a link to his audiobook down below. It's definitely worth a listen. Number 2, eating the right food. So this actually ties in with the point of exercise quite nicely because protein has been found to actually help with ADHD. A study by Richard Wertman from MIT found that protein-rich foods can trigger our neurotransmitters responsible for inducing alertness. Protein can actually also prevent surges in blood sugar that may increase hyperactivity. We as adults typically would need about 45 to 70 grams of protein a day.
Get in my belly!
Also, iron, omega-3, which is fish oil, zinc, vitamin C, and B6, as well as B12, have been found to help with ADHD. Vitamin C, for example, is a building block for neurotransmitters, while iron and vitamin B6 increase dopamine levels. So, try yourself at taking these supplements. I will leave respective Amazon links to the good and natural ones that I have used below. Lastly, in regards to food, now this is gonna seem like a pretty obvious one, but just try to eat healthy. I found that bad foods that are processed, for example, most of the time make me really tired, which basically increases my inattentiveness. Eat less meat and more greens if you want to give your stomach and your ADHD brain less of a hard time. Number 3, mindfulness meditation.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Preliminary studies show that meditation, specifically mindfulness meditation, can help manage your stress, develop positive emotions, and strengthen self-regulation skills. Now, just like with anything listed in this video, this only works if done consistently. Your brain needs time to rewire, so to speak, and can't do so within a few days. Fortunately, the ADHD mindfulness meditation I created really seems to have helped some of you guys out, which I'm obviously really happy about. You know, that's been my overall goal with this channel, getting you guys to get your ADHD under control and to actually use it to your advantage. So if you haven't already, check out the meditation in the top right and be sure to let me know if it helps you as well. Number 4, sleep.
Don't wanna fall asleep,
'cause I miss you, Jimmy.
I don't know about you guys, but when I don't get enough sleep, I usually have a really inattentive day. This is because our brain just doesn't function at full capacity when we don't give it the rest that it needs. It is recommended to have at least 7, if not 9 hours of sleep a night. I usually aim for 8 to 8.5 just to be sure. Now, I know that for some of you, getting the right amount of sleep may be a very difficult thing. We all know that evening where we are really tired and just want to sleep, but our mind just doesn't agree and keeps spinning up thoughts until early in the morning. Studies have shown that this is actually quite normal for us ADHD brains, as there are links for ADHD to insomnia. If this is you, I would recommend trying natural remedies, such as not being on your phone 1 hour before bedtime, darkening out your room, taking a hot bath before bed, etc. And if that doesn't help, maybe try CBD drops. I know it sounds random, but I tried it and it really works wonders for me. Number 5, green tea and coffee.
My problem's not medical. It's psychological.
Lastly, I have found that the mixture of green tea extract called L-theanine and coffee can get my focus very close to the level I would be at when medicated. L-theanine calms you down, taking care of your hyperactivity, whilst caffeine increases brain function, taking care of your inattentiveness, making it a great way to combat our symptoms. I found this natural remedy when browsing the internet about 2 years ago, and often use it when I really can't focus, but also don't want to take medication. Since then, in 2019, there has actually been a study done on this combination which showed that it can indeed improve sustained attention, impulsivity, and cognition in children with ADHD. Now, if you want to try this out, I would recommend you just try drinking some green tea and coffee and see how you feel first. If this works for you, then you could give L-theanine supplements a shot. Now, there are a lot of bad ones out there, so I have again linked you the ones that I would use in the description below. I found that 200 milligrams works well for me. Anything beyond that makes me too tired to focus. Now, that concludes the list, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have used these techniques and if they have worked for you, or if I left any out that in your opinion should have been included. Please note that I am not saying you should not medicate your ADHD with the treatment options that are available for you out there. They definitely do work for most of us, and you don't have to necessarily suffer adverse effects. This video is for everyone who wants to and can take that natural medication route, so to speak, and I realize not everyone can have the privilege of being able to make that choice. Even though we all have ADHD, it's important to realize that we have it in different strengths, meaning what works for some might not work as well for others. That being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've watched until here, I salute you and your ADHD brain for making it this far, and would really appreciate it if you subscribe and ring that notification bell to stay informed on all the ways you can win with your ADHD. This has been Artem Hawk's Dumb. Till next time, guys.